This is a short video on how to get your users set up in your church, new church, after you've just registered your new church in Churchkin. There are two main ways to do this. It really depends. If you have an existing database that you want to import from another system or from a CSV file, and you don't want to lose that information, you can actually easily import it into Churchkin. So I'll show you how to do that. If we open up the demo, anyone can use this demo to try it out. And you go to users, we can see there's some demo users in the system already, but if we press the import button, we can actually import a file. I'll just open this one up to show you what a typical CSV file will look like. You can tell that there's just a few columns here of information with rows of data, 2 rows, first name, last name, that kind of thing. If we import that, you can actually see that it's read it and it's got it here. You can go through each user, and if they're old or if they're no longer valid in your church, well, then you can actually remove them if they've left the church or moved on somewhere. It's a good way to filter through. You can then the valid users you can save into the system, and when you go back to your users, you'll see that they've been added to the system. You could always refresh as well if you like. Now, once they're in the system, and you want them still to have access, you can actually, there's a button here that you can press to send them links. You can see this icon here. If a user has activated their account, if they've set their own password and everything, then this little account icon shows. If they haven't, then you could push this button, which actually emails them to their email address an activation link. And once they follow that activation link, they can set their password and subscribe to newsletters and things like that. But even if you don't send that link, they can still be rostered on for things and get emails. Now, that's if you have an existing database. The other option is you're starting fresh, and you want your church folk to start afresh and enter in their own sign up themselves, and that's actually really easy to do as well. What you do is you go to settings, my church, and there's this little join code here, which you can copy and you can send to people. Or a better option is actually you open up this QR code page and you could display it before the service starts on a projector or whatever. And it basically, if users follow this QR code or this URL, this is what they will see. And they just have to enter in their username and set their password, enter in their details. So you could enter in first name, last name, and terms and conditions, and join. And then your users will be on the system. They'll show up on your user database. So those are 2 ways on how to get set up in Churchkin.